So we're like, hi, my name's Jade. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm sorry, this is gonna get all cut out. Alright, what am I saying? My name's Jade Farrar, and I'm 17 years old, and I was born here in New York City, 1994, Mount Sinai Hospital. And my mom is Chinese and my dad is Jewish. So I guess you could say I'm biracial or Hapa. And that's what I don't know what I identify with yet. I guess I could just be considered American. Whatever that means. I don't know. Are you biracial? Why or why not? Yes. Yes, I am biracial because I am Chinese and I am Polish and Russian. I've just found out that my dad is Polish and Russian, so I have those different races all up in me and things like that. Next question. How did you come to identify yourself? Choose which culture? Well, that's, I guess, the predicament I am in. I can't really choose a side, not yet. When I was younger, I used to think I was white because I thought, like, since everyone who I was friends with was white, therefore I was white. But then I'm realizing I don't have to. Why should I just choose one side? Why can't I just also embrace my Chinese side? But the thing was, I was just so detached from what the Chinese culture was because a lot of the kids who were Chinese in my school were very, I don't know, isolated and in their own little thing, and because I couldn't, like, be in their little group, I just felt like, alright, I'm not Chinese, so I'm just white. But now I'm just figuring out, like, that detachment is really not a good thing. I just feel very naive and ignorant if I just, you know, ignore that whole side of me. And then also for my Jewish side, I don't really know what it means to be Jewish, so I feel that I should figure out, like, not figure out, but explore both sides of my culture, and then after that I'll be Chinese and Jewish, and I'll be all happy and proud of it and confident. Are you American? Yeah, I am American. I was born here, New York City, American citizen. I love hamburgers, I love french fries, I love hot dogs, I love everything American, and I guess I probably would rather consider myself American than just, like, having to explain to everyone I'm Chinese and Jewish. I feel like saying American, like, saying that you're American is, like, not easier, but, like, I don't know, I just feel like since I've been growing up here in America, whatever the American culture is, I am, like, you know, a great example of that, because I can't say I'm Chinese, because Chinese is, like, that could be a whole nother culture. Being Jewish could be a whole nother culture. I just feel like I'm more American. How you assimilate to... How do I assimilate with American culture? Well, I live in New York City, so I feel like that can be its own little American... I don't think... The thing with American culture, it's very ambiguous. There's not one thing about that. Like, I feel growing up where I grew up, it's its own experience, and whatever that is, that can be American culture. By assimilating with it, I feel like that's just who you are around, and if you can fit in with the people you're around with, because American culture, it's a very diverse culture. Everyone's from different countries and different places, and everybody's different, and so when we are able to, you know, be a little community in our own little thing and just fit in and be who we are, I feel that is, like, American culture. It's not you're not trying to fit, like, this cookie cutter pigeonhole kind of thing and say, here you are American. I think being American could just be a whole wide spectrum of things and coolness. What is the hardest part about adapting to the American culture? Are you comfortable with your identity? Yeah. I don't think it's hard to adapt to American culture. Well, since I've been growing up here, I just American, so I haven't really struggled with that part. But my identity is certainly something that I have like a big issue with, because for a long time, like every teenager doesn't really know who they are. A lot of adults don't even know who they are yet. But the fact that I'm also part Chinese and Jewish has also played a big role in like my questioning of identity, because I want to fit in with certain groups, but I can't. I feel like everyone kind of wants to fit in a little bit, wants to be a little popular sometimes, just because that just makes you feel more confident and more, like, gives you more of like a self-worth. I think, like, that's a little shallow, but it's true. And so for a long time, like, I felt like, I don't know, I felt pressure, like, to choose a side, like, the Chinese side of me or the white side of me. Like, I could only be friends with people who are white or people who are Chinese, and I never really fit in that well with either group. And like, so now I'm not trying to choose a side. I just want to be like who I am, whatever that is. And in figuring out who I am, I just want to explore really what does it mean to be Chinese, what does it mean to be Jewish, and like after I find out some of those answers, I feel like I could use that as a platform to, like, you know, explore more in depth into who I am as a person, because I'll know those sides of who I am, and then after that I'll be able to talk about other things that I like to do that define me as a person, because I don't think race should always really define you. I feel like, of course, when you are like, your parents are like certain races, you've had that experience with those cultures, and that certainly makes you part of who you are, but that's not the only thing. Like, race isn't the only thing you are. There are definitely other things that make you a person and make you an individual. And so when I figure out what all those things are, I'll tell you later.
And that's your film.
Yes, that's my film. But should I talk about my film here? I don't know.
Oh, you can just close with your name and then what you identify. How do you identify yourself? It's like in one sentence.
My name's Jade Farrar, and I am half Chinese and Jewish. I don't know.